Hi y'all, welcome back to my channel. I'm Robin and this is Robin Reads. I was tagged by Erica and Deanna to do the book addiction tag, so that's what I'm gonna do today. Also, I apologize for any munching you hear because my dog is going to town on a chew stick that he has, and whatever keeps him happy, you know? What can I do? So yeah, let's just get right into it. What is the longest amount of time you can comfortably go without picking up a book? It depends. If I'm on vacation, probably like a week or two. But regularly, probably like 4 or 5 days. And then I'm just like, I feel like I should be reading, you know? I feel like that's just what I do. I just read. And when I'm not, unless I'm in a slump, of course, and then who knows how long those can last. How many books do you carry on your person, physical or device, at any one time? Well, if it's a device, I mean, I guess as many books that are on my Kindle or on my Kindle app because it goes with me. But if I'm taking a book, I'm only going to take one book with me because I can only read one book at a time. And if I'm out, I'm probably not going to be reading for like a long, extended period of time. Do you keep every book you buy, receive, or are you happy to pass them on to make space for more? I definitely will pass books along. I recently did an unhaul. I'll link the video below. But prior to that, I hadn't unhauled books in like forever. But if somebody wants the book, I'll give it to you, especially if I've already read it. I mean, obviously, if I've already read it. If I haven't read it, then I'm going to want it back. But, yeah. I'm more than, like, especially if it's a book that you know you're never going to read or you hate it. Like, why would you want it to stay on your shelves? How long would you spend in a bookshop on a standard visit? I only go to bookstores by myself because my friends and my family can't like stand going with me because I can spend forever there. Forever. Like, I feel like on an average book trip, maybe 2 hours. I mean, you've got to inspect the books, you know? Like, what if you come across a book that you've never heard of? You've got to take time, investigate. Or, you know, just spend most of your time saying like, hey, Robin, you can't buy all 50 of these books in your hand, so you got to figure out which ones you really, really want. How much time per day do you actually spend reading? So I have like a daily reading goal of about 30 minutes. On average, I probably spend about an hour and a half. And if I'm like listening to an audiobook, then I can probably listen a little bit longer. Like if I'm doing something and I'm listening to it. But just sitting down to physically read, it's about an hour and a half. Where does the task picking up a book appear on your daily to-do list? Now, I said that it's my goal to read about half an hour a day. What time in the day? Good question. I wish that I could be the type of person that would wake up and just like read in the morning and get my day started, but I'm barely making it as is, and I don't even have a commute anymore, so morning is clearly out. I usually read a lot right before bedtime. When things have calmed down, I just turn off the electronics, TV and stuff, and just relax and read for a little bit. How many books do you reckon you own in total, including ebooks? Excellent question. Well, we know that I have about 119 unread books on my shelves, and if you don't know how I got there, then my video for my reading goal to read my shelf is down below. But as far as additional books that I've read and ebooks, God, I don't know. Let's say a smooth 200. I feel like that's a good number. I've never counted the number of read books that I have in here, and God knows what's on my Kindle. Like, it could be anything. I feel confident with like a smooth 200. Approximately how often do you bring up books in conversation? So I like try not to bring up books in conversation, mostly because I have conversations with a lot of non-readers. So any like book references they're not gonna get, or they're just gonna like look at me like, why are you even talking about this right now? So I really keep it to a minimum unless somebody brings it up, and then game's over. I'm going on a book rant or rave, depending. So not too often. But once I get started, it's over for you. What is the biggest book page count you have finished? I have answered this question before in another tag, and I don't remember which one it is. I want to say it's Gone with the Wind, but I know it's not, even though that book was long as hell. Close. That is 1,037 pages, but A Storm of Swords by George R.R. Martin is 1,179 pages, and that is the longest book I have ever read. Is there a book you had to get your hands on against all odds? No. No, not really. There's never been a book that I've been like, oh my God, I have to have it. So I feel like eventually it'll either get to me or I just won't read it. It's fine. And is there a book you struggled to finish because you refused to DNF? For sure, there have definitely been books that I'm like, I know I'm hating this, but I should just quit. And I haven't. I can't think of any off the top of my head. I kind of wanted to quit King of Scars, to be honest. But I kept going. What are 3 of your main book goals for this year? So one of my book goals was to read from my shelf more, which I'm trying to do, successfully or not. I'm trying. Another of my goals was to read 80 books. I think I'm going to be pretty good on that goal. And another of my goals was to read a nonfiction book every month. And I think I'm doing that successfully. I think I have read a nonfiction book every single month so far. Have you ever had the privilege of converting someone into a reader? No. I think people listen to like my non-reader. I think my non-reader friends have heard me rant and rave about books so much that they're just like, you know what? If I want to know what happens in a book, I'll just ask her. I have tried to get people into reading, and I just don't think that I have been that inspirational for them. Describe what books mean to you in 5 words. A good way to escape or explore. We're gonna go with explore, because you get to explore worlds, but you also get to explore cultures. And if you're like looking at nonfiction, you can explore different topics. Science, math, business, you know, all kinds of stuff. And I would tag my partner in crime, or my partner in tags, Tagman, aka Kit from Kit's World. But I believe he has already done this tag. So I'm going to tag Stephanie from Stephanie Bookish, Rima at Rima Reads, and Tina at Crack a Book with Tina. And until next time, bye.